Okay, looks like you guys can hear me now, so I think we're good. Sorry about all that, guys. I got my board working again, though. Awesome. Okay. We got it all figured out. Apparently there's one port that I can hook it into and do all that. Yes, Becca, I can do that. Reefer says hi. Well, tell Reefer hello as well. Awesome, perfect. And Cynthia, yeah, you can be put on the list here. I'm just gonna write people's names down. So we have Robert, we have Queen 9, and All About Maine says they can hear me now, which is good, or they can ear me now, which is sounds like it's Jamaican, right? I can ear you now. You're very welcome, Becca. Okay, let's do. How do you say that name? Shayla. Hey there, DeLeon, how are you doing? I am doing good. Okay. So I'll have to tell you guys a story of when I tried to call Miss Cleo. If you guys remember Miss Cleo, you probably don't if you guys are younger. She's driving, but she would like to get places on the list too. Reefer Madness. Oh, I remember Reefer Madness. There's been a minute here. So we've got a few people on the list. You can never get on my live. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys in on a teeny secret that is so well kept. That nobody seems to know. I have a website. If you guys really need me and I can't do a live, I have a website. My prices are fairly good. Yes, D, you are definitely an OG. So if you guys take a look at the website, you need a question answered. I do charge a little bit more because I'm not on the live, but yeah, feel free to do that. And then you guys get priority when you pay that way. So I usually get back to you within a day or two. So just, keep that as an option. All right, let's get the list here. And yes, Cynthia, I can put you on the list. I'll do it this way. So we got Robert, Queen 9, Shella, All About Maine, and Stefan. Okay. I'm turning into that old man, I just don't stop talking. You guys are like asking me one question and then I drift off into a story for hours and then you guys are like, yeah, but we were wondering how you did today. And I'm like, oh, okay. All right, and then we have Cynthia. Okay, then we have Cynthia as number 6. Then we have Becca. Then we have DeLeon. Okay. Becca is number 7. DeLeon is number 8. And June Flower is number 9. Awesome. I can count to 9 without taking my shoes off. Okay. I've only got 8 fingers, so I got to take off one shoe to kind of count my big toe, just to double check. See, 8 fingers. Or wait, there we go. Just the 8. Makes shuffling a bitch, but I can do it. Just give me some time. All right, so Robert, what is your question? Oh. So after I said I wasn't feeling well yesterday, I started to feel a little bit better about, I'd say like an hour and a half later. And so I ended up doing a shoulder workout. And me and working out aren't working out. Oh, I'm sore. I'm sore in weird places. Like you don't even think you have muscle there places. Oh. Let me see here. I'm feeling good, just a little sore, Becca. And for some reason, my stream... There's weird issues going on right now on the stream. So guys, if I'm having a difficult time, it's that Mercury in retrograde and not due to my own really bad incompetence. I can promise you right now, Nothing is my fault. Never has been. People say you feel better after doing. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Stefan. Definitely not true. Especially if that sport was, let's see how much lactic acid we can build in your muscles before you just start to get real grumpy and snap at people that don't deserve it. Walking and light yoga is the way to go. It's the Gatorade. It's real. Yeah, Cynthia, that damn Uranus and Gatorade is getting everyone all messed up. We've had really weird issues. We had this thing not too long ago. The last year we had Mercury in retrograde, and we had this thing come into our house. It was a spirit, and I called it the pink spirit because whenever it would present itself, it was this pink color, and weird glitches in the house whenever this spirit was around. And I mean, our garage door stopped working. What else? It was crazy. I'll have to think of all the things that happened, but just weird stuff. And then as soon as Mercury in retrograde's over, it's like everything works now. It's like, yay. Awesome. Me being super emotional right now. Hey, I get you. I get you. This right here, this is the happiest I've ever been. Yeah, it's interesting, Robert. But it just messed up everything. But it wasn't a bad spirit. That's the thing. It just wanted the energy from the electricity, but it wasn't negative. It wasn't anything I would view as negative. Okay. So, what's coming in your way in general? Yes, Sabash Hash, I can add you. You are on the free list. You're down the list a little ways, but you're on there. Yeah, it can feel that way, Becca, for sure. Okay. If you're too happy, I can tell you a sad story. Oh, Stefan, don't take it away from me. Let me have my peace. All right, Robert. So you were wondering, you said, what's coming your way? So hold on one second. By the way, if you guys are wondering, the mic I'm using right here, if you guys are ever wanting to start something, if you like the way this sounds, you got to tune it just a little bit, not too hard to do. But this is the Elgato mic. I think it's Elgato Wave 3. So if you guys are thinking of starting something, these have good sound quality. Just got to tune them a little bit. But they're pretty good right out of the box. So we get this card, Robert. We get 7 of coins. Okay. So 7 of coins to me is going to be a card where things are going to start happening for you. Wherever you've put your attention or wherever you've invested in something, things will start to happen. So you're going to be entering into this right now. And I heard something just barely. Mercury in retrograde. Oh, okay. Thank you, June. Hold on one second. So after I do this one for Robert, then I'm going to go to June's reading. Thank you, though, so much, June, for the donation. Okay. So I'm hearing right now, Robert, that Mercury in retrograde could be a good manifestation time. Even though it feels like things are kind of coming up and it's hard to work through stuff, if we can use some of the emotions we have, some of the frustrations we have, and make that into something that we can manifest with, that's going to be very helpful. So I think this would be a good time for you to manifest. Be aware that Mercury in retrograde isn't about just technology failing, okay? It's about things things that we feel like we've solved in the past can come up again, and we'll have a deeper understanding of the things that we felt like we already understood, if that makes sense. We're kind of revisiting things we thought were healed, and then we're going in to heal them even deeper. So exes can come back, things can happen with people, and it's just an interesting time. The universe really sends its tests out during this time to see, like, have you healed from this certain thing, or do you want to experience it, again? So have that be something that you keep in mind, okay? So it doesn't blindside you too much. Things get weird around this time, and it happens, it seems like 2 or 3 times a year, and it's It's not impossible, but it can be difficult. And really, really look at things. If you're starting a new business, if you're looking at starting a new job, really read the fine print, okay? Make sure you understand what you're signing up for, because there can be weird and that's another thing, misunderstandings with people you're talking to or texting. They can take something real personal that you didn't even mean. So make sure to cross your Q's and dot your I's, or whatever it is people do with the alphabet these days. But yeah. Oh, thank you, Stefan. That's very sweet of you. Don't tell him. Oh, that's cute. I like that. So that's what I'm seeing. It seems like a good time for you to start manifesting, Robert, and I feel like you have those leadership qualities that in time will start to show themselves, but for right now, let things build up naturally, which I feel like you're doing. I don't feel like you're forcing it. When will Mercury in retrograde end? I think you have the pre-shadow, which is like a week before, or week to 2 weeks before. And then right now, Mercury in retrograde started on the 10th, if I'm not mistaken. And it'll last, I think that it's like 6 weeks each time, if I'm not mistaken, or I don't know. When does Mercury in retrograde end, guys? Because I'll have to, if you guys can look it up for me. Okay, yeah, 15, I got you on the list, or 17. Nina, how's it going? Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to go to June's question. June 2nd. Okay, that's actually not too bad. All right. June 2nd is when it ends. Perfect. I'm doing good. I'm sore from a workout that I did yesterday. I was feeling sick, and then about an hour and a half later, I started to feel better, so I did a shoulder workout, and now I'm sore in weird places. I feel like I'm being squeezed in weird places, which sounds, don't be thinking dirty thoughts. It's just like, not that, but just other places, like my upper body parts. You are welcome, my friend. Okay, Jude. So we're going to June's reading here, and what's going to happen in love with Troy? Does Kirsten live at Troy's house? Let's do that. Oh. So if you see me looking really weird and disgruntled and making weird dad sounds, that's the reason. When I say weird dad sounds, I mean like grunts and groans just when you move, because apparently it's really hard for dads to do that. And I have fur babies, so I am a father. Thank you, June. Thank you for the donation. Let's see what we got here. So, what's going to happen in love with Troy? Let's see here. It'll be visible. Mercury will be apparent retrograde moon during the following ranges of January 13th to February. Yep, we've been through that one. May 10th to June 2nd, September 9th to October 1st. All right, let's do this here. So, let me draw some cards. You said... Give me 1 second, June. You said, what's going to happen in love with Troy? Okay. Here's what I got, and I'll show you, June. I'll show you what we're getting here. Go for it. Go for it, Robert. You're welcome, Becca. I'll take you off the list. Thanks for letting me know. Have a good one and be safe out there. All right, June. So we have the Ace of Coins right here. Come on, focus, camera. That's the Ace of Coins. Okay. Then we have the Page of Coins in reverse. Then we have the Six of Wands in reverse. The Two of Cups in reverse. And the Five of Wands upright. Okay, so here's what I'm seeing here. Oh, you know you're a little out of shape when you get out of breath picking up cards. You need a minute to recover. So here's what I'm seeing. We got Ace of Coins. We got Page of Coins in reverse. Those two right there, you're wondering about love. When I'm seeing this, it feels to me like someone who missed an opportunity at this point. So Troy's missing the opportunity at this point. I'm wondering if Troy is someone that comes in and out of your life, if this has happened before where there's like an on-again, off-again thing. I'm not really sure here, June, but Six of Wands in reverse with the Two of Cups in reverse is making me feel like there's not something to celebrate. This connection with Troy feels kind of congested. Something fills up with this connection with Troy. But I get the Five of Wands card, which to me feels like someone who can be coming in and they can be coming in, going out, coming in, going out. And I feel like you can do better here because this Troy person, to me, doesn't seem like a good match for you at this time. Maybe it feels like someone you could, let's see, you've connected with before, and so you'd want to have more of a connection, but it feels to me like another love interest would probably, yeah, it comes and goes. It feels to me like another love interest would be better, right, in this situation, because that's not fair to you if this person's coming and going and you become a revolving door for this person of like, oh, you can leave, but you can come back anytime. The universe isn't going to give you what you would want because you're already saying, I'm fine with this. Whatever this is, I'm fine with it. And if you're okay with that, that's great. But it sounds like you're not. It sounds like things are going on here. So does Troy love you? I'm going to say this. The Two of Cups in reverse with the Six of Wands in reverse, I'm not getting that vibe. I'm not getting that vibe. And it doesn't mean that you're necessarily doing anything wrong, but you're asking for love from somebody that I don't feel like could have ever given it to you in the way that you would want it. And you feel like you want to stay with this person because it's the hell you know, right? Or it's the person that you know, and branching out and finding someone different can be a scary thing. But with this person, I'm not seeing it ever turning into anything other than like you wishing for things to be better, but not. Hey there, Cassandra. So, yes, Nina's next. Absolutely, Chantel. Good spotting job there. But we have to, I always talk about the healing journey. And like I said, I've got resources on where we can go into that so we don't attract people like this. I call them tire kickers. They're just people that waste your time. I do need to follow the workout videos of my playlist. I had a couple on there. I had an ab workout. I had yeah. But I didn't know my playlists were public. I need to update those playlists because I haven't updated those in years. But that's what I've got for you, June. So I can give you resources, people that I really like that can help us with healing to make it so we don't attract these tire kickers, these time wasters, are these people. You can look them up on YouTube, okay? And I'll say this, some people come to me and they just want answers and they don't want to do the work. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Cassandra. What do you have? Just a fever? Body aches? We have Patrick Tihan. We have Lisa Romano. We have Dr. Ramani. And then there's one person called, well, you'll see. This one right here is really interesting. So Patrick T. Hahn and Dr. Ramani are psychologists. From what I understand, Lisa Romano and the other one I have there, Crappy Childhood Fairy, they're just people that have been through, they've been through a lot, and so they have experience in those fields. Look them up and look up certain things because they talk about, codependency, they talk about partners, they talk about how to find a good one, what you can do, and how you can understand what that looks like. And this journey right here, and healing the mother wound is another really good one. This journey that you're going to go on with this, it hurts at first, but eventually it makes it so that a lot of areas in your life start improving because you know, not only with relationships that are romantic, but with relationships that are like just friendships. You know what a good friendship looks like, what a good relationship looks like, and you know that, right? So that's going to be something that helps you with discerning if someone is going to be a good match for you, friendship-wise, relationship-wise, you know? Right. Hold on. I hope it to be the common flu because they are not testing for COVID, so I can't know. Have you lost your sense of taste? Not that that's definitely what happens, but I lost my sense of taste and I went with like a light blue on all the walls. Very garish. So no, have you lost your sense of taste, like your or smell? Because I lost my sense of taste or smell, and it was replaced with a weird sweet burnt smell. Awful smell. I mean, it smelled weird. I can still smell it. I can still remember what the smell was. Nothing I've ever smelled in my life. It smelled like burning rubber or plastic, like in the microwave, like someone just burning something. Apparently that's what space smells like too. It smells like burnt meat or something. Okay. Yeah, it's gross. It's gross, June. I can tell you that right now. Hopefully, though, June, that helps answer that question for you. And then, Nina, if you've got a question, we can go from there. Oh, man. Damn. A general is fine. And your sister had that with COVID. So for me, right, when I got COVID, and we'll do a general for Nina here. When I got COVID, I didn't get it as bad as other people in my family did. It feels like we got hit by it all at once. So my girlfriend got a severe migraine for 3 days. And before her migraine broke, she had a temperature of 105. And then it just broke right then and there. But she was, I mean, I've never seen her that sick, and her head was so hot that when I touched it to see how hot she was, I pulled my hand back, so I was like, holy shit. And then we took her temperature. For me, though, it wasn't even close to being that bad, right? I was so out of it for five days, and I had a low-grade fever for 5 days, but that was about it. Like, I just couldn't focus on anything. I'd be in my room, or I'd be downstairs trying to watch TV, and I'd just be like, the person would be talking on TV and my mind would just completely zone out. I wasn't even thinking of anything. I couldn't think. My thoughts were a completely separate thing. I could not think. And so that was interesting. I had to try really hard to have a train of thought move forward. It was like, oh, that was weird. I didn't lose taste and smell yet, but I have a lot of fever. Yeah, the muscular body pains suck. I know it was June, but you got to do another payment here. I'm going to be kind of strict with this. One question for the 5. One question for the 5. I'm not going to do 2 questions anymore. Sometimes I would do that for you guys, but I need to make a little bit of money. So if you have another question, it'll be another 5. Okay. Thank you, June. I appreciate that. All right, general for Nina. But then my sense of taste and smell came back. In 3 days, right? Some people, it's gone for a long time. My dad knows a guy, lost his sense of taste and smell like right at the beginning of when COVID happened, and just now is he starting to get it back. So it's been a year and a half that he hasn't been able to taste or smell, but he's starting to get it back now. So some people, it just takes a long time to get their sense of smell and taste back. Okay. So Nina, we get this card here. Four of Wands or Page of Wands in reverse, and then we get there we go. Oh, okay. Anyway. No, right now, All About Maine, I'm doing a members donation here, or a members reading. So we have Page of Wands in reverse, and we have Four of Coins. Okay? So Four of Coins and Page of Wands in reverse. I'm going to see this as we could be thinking we're nearing the end of something, and it could be that we need to look at it a little bit differently. Like this to me could be like it could be something as simple as like maybe we felt like we didn't file our taxes right, or maybe we felt like we didn't do something. There could be something that comes up. I'm not seeing it as being a huge issue, but there could be something we feel like was resolved coming back up, and to not kind of freak out over it. The Four of Coins here is saying it could be something with money or finances, maybe something we thought was fixed, needs a little bit more attention, or maybe something needs a little bit more well, attention would be the way I would put that, because that to me would make sense. So I would say, and it is Mercury in retrograde, right? So if you've worked on something and it starts to sort of break down or something's going on, and this could be communication, and hey there, Jason, this could be relationships, this could be whatever, but it's like it's not fully resolved. We may need to go back and do something we thought we resolved, and it isn't fully resolved, but I feel like it will be once we do this. So, not a bad reading, but it's saying focus on what it is that you've already done, Nina. And then if you need to go back, don't get too upset about it. Let it help you move forward, because sometimes, depending on what it is that keeps acting up, it could be a time for us to refocus our energy on if we want to have this, if we don't want to have this. Sometimes certain relationships, situations, things, these are people that will need us to step away from, and the universe will show us that. So just take that as something like, to me, it's just like something could come up. Something could come up, relationships, something. So yeah, you're very welcome, Nina. Just be on the lookout for that, and don't get too distraught over it, because remember, you guys, you have the power on if you let anything in your life, or if you let it affect you. You guys have that power, okay? All right. Here we go. So now we're going to go to the readings here. Queen 9, are you there? Let's see who's all here right now. Yeah, and you got sick right after it started, Cassandra, or maybe even before, but... Okay, so let's do this. Shayla, are you there? I know you're here, Cynthia. You're a little further down the list, not too far, but... Shayla, are you here? All right, All About Maine, are you here? I think you are, because you just messaged not too long ago. All About Maine. You were waiting there for just a second, but... All right, we'll just move on to the next one here. Stefan, are you there? All right, Cynthia, if you want to ask your question, go right ahead. And if anyone else comes in, I'll do your question and then I'll do the other people's questions, so. Not yet, Sabash Bot, but you're coming up. Yeah, Jason, you're on the list. I got you added. All right, what are the current energies I see for you and your person? Let's look. What are the current energies I see for you and your person? That's not weird, Stefan. That's not weird. I get it. Each one of us has different kinds of questions, but we can look at that for you. Let me do Cynthia's question and then I'll do yours. Okay. So, you and your person, Cynthia. I'm getting this card here. This one is 5 of coins. So when I see this, I feel like this is something that is telling me, yes, all about Maine, you're on the list. I just called your name a second ago and you weren't here, so we'll circle back and go back to you. And yeah, Meilu, I can add your name here. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So the 5 of coins, I'm going to say between you and your person, it's looking like there's some rough patches. Okay, 5 of coins is like a card of, it could be emotional turmoil. It could be just feeling like they're being cold or they're being distant. It's a card of kind of like, it can be a card of like harsh realizations, like coming to terms with certain things or certain ways that this person treats you or the way that they are. It's not something to be taken personally, but at the same time, of course, it's personal. So, but it's something to be observed and something that we can make better if we attract the right people into our lives. But for me, what I'm seeing there, Cynthia, is it's not looking the best with that connection. Pretty much he's been acting weird within the last day. Yeah, so, I always say this, you guys, okay? And hey there, Zara. I'm always going to say this. I'm going to stress this as much as I can. If you are with a person and you cannot ask them directly what's going on and get a straight answer, either consider couples therapy or consider doing something, because you shouldn't be in a situation where you have to wonder what's going on. You know what I mean? You should be able to ask them and they can tell you, or at least in some way they allude to something, because that's not fair for you to wait around for someone to tell you their emotions. And in the meantime, maybe we make up stories. Maybe we, Oh, okay, Zara. Okay. Well, thank you for stopping in to say hello. I appreciate that. And you said, hanging up suddenly and saying I'll call you back. So I asked him today, and he reacted with anger like, dude, I'm trying to talk. You're okay, all about Maine. Don't worry about that, okay? You're just fine. I'll put your name at the bottom here, and then we'll just do it that way. Yeah, that doesn't sound good, Cynthia. That sounds kind of strange, doesn't it? Oh, good, Zara. Well, hopefully you get some good rest here in a minute, and we'll just do this. Okay. It's important to be able to talk about things, and if someone's acting strange or fishy, we need to address that behavior and see what's going on. Because we're living in a time time now where I don't know doesn't cut it anymore, or what do you mean, or whatever. If we're feeling like something's going on, we need to kind of address it then and there. But yeah, okay. He just said it's not important, it doesn't matter. Okay, so he's... all right. First off, okay, yeah, Cynthia, it sounds like you're dealing with a really immature person. I'm sorry that's the case. Then I notice he blocks me. Yeah, you're dealing with a very immature person. So that would explain why the 5 of coins was coming up the way it is. And by the way, someone saying it's not important, it doesn't matter, okay? That's someone kind of gaslighting you in a way, because they're telling you that your emotions that you're experiencing, the way that you feel, it's not important. You're trying to ask them why they did what they did, and they're like, oh, don't worry about it, it's not important, but you're wondering about what's going on. Yeah, I'd go away from that relationship right there. That sounds kind of toxic, honestly. Or like they're playing games. Okay, so let's move on to the next one here. DeLeon, are you there? But yeah, Cynthia, I'm sorry that's the case. Okay, Dee DeLeon, are you there? No, Ivory, I didn't add you. I can add you, though. You're number 13 on the list, but again, the numbers don't matter as much, guys. You know, but I can add you here. When it's your turn, I will let you guys know. And if you're on the free list, yeah, people get skipped over, so that's why to me the numbers don't matter that much. Because I could say you're number 15 on the list, but there could be 6 people that aren't here, and so you would be up, fairly quickly. That's why I get that way with stuff like that. Yeah, exactly, Stefan. Okay, and then I can cross that one off. Okay, Sabash Bot, are you there? I think you were here a second ago. Hey there, Kevin. Yeah, I can put you on the list here. You're welcome, Kevin. Another windy day. I think you... skipped you in All About Maine. Hold on a second. Oh, I was calling your name, Stefan, a while ago. I'll move you to the bottom of the list because I was calling your name, but it was a minute ago. And All About Maine, I didn't skip. I called their name too, but it didn't... They weren't here, so... Give me a second. Yeah, so if I call your name, you guys aren't here. When you come back and you say that you are here, then I'll add you to the list again. That just makes it so that I don't have to keep waiting for people to say they're here, they're here. So that's why I do it that way. But you'll still get your reading. It might just take a second longer. Okay, 17, are you there? Hey, Ellie Golding, how's it going? Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. Sure, hold on 1 second. I can add you on the list. There we go. Okay, let me do this here. So we'll go to the next one. Jason or Meilu Love, are you guys there? You're here, perfect. Okay. Can you type it again, Sabash? I'm not going to go up and look at your question, so can you type it again? If you guys pay, I'll go up and I'll look at it, but for this one, just retype it, or copy and paste it, or whatever you can do that way. Okay. Alright, yeah, so Jason, you type your question, and then Meilu, you type yours. And then I called your name a while ago, Sabash, so I'm going to wait. I'm going to put you to the bottom of the list again. It's not too much of a wait, but when I called your name, you weren't here, so it'll be a minute. Okay, let's look at that one. Does Kira think of Jason often? Okay, so Sabash, I'll let you in on a secret with this. Okay. I'm going to be doing Jason's question here. I don't believe in twin flames. I don't believe in soulmates. I believe that if we work through things with certain individuals, we can get far in life and they can help us. But I do not believe in the twin flame relationships. A lot of people have stayed in horrible situations, abusive situations, thinking this person was their twin flame or soulmate, blah, 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 whatever. I believe there's multiple people for us. So you tell me, do you think you're in a twin flame relationship with this person? Right? Because I don't believe in it. That's not something I believe in. I believe anyone can be compatible with anybody else as long as there's a respect, appreciation, and some attraction thrown in for good measure. Okay. Alrighty. So does Kira think of you often, Jason? Let's look here. Alright, we can do that one for you, Sabash, but like I said, you'll have to wait a little bit because I moved you down to the bottom of the list. It's not a super long list, but I did call your name a while ago and you weren't here, so let's do this. Alright. Does Kira think of Jason often? So I get this card here. This one is the Ace of Cups in reverse. If I see this card, Jason, I could see this as, I'm going to say a no, or I'm going to say a no, and there could possibly be another person. Just because if I see the Ace of... Okay, thank you, Meilu, I appreciate that. The Ace of Cups in reverse feels unrequited in some way. And it feels like maybe her attention could be elsewhere at this point in time. Possibly, yeah, because it's an emotional card, so there could possibly be someone else. Okay. Sabash, I'll let you know the answer to your question here when I get to you. You gotta wait until it's your turn, okay? Hey there, happy girl. How are you doing? I'm sorry, Jason. That's probably not what you wanted to hear. Hopefully I'm wrong with that, but the Ace of Cups in reverse doesn't seem like that kind of card for me, the way I'm getting it. Yeah. Oh, you're good, Chantel. Thank you. I appreciate you coming back on here. Okay, Meilu, you type your question. And Kevin said, so you don't think that to some degree we choose to be with a person before coming here, which are most compatible with us for this lifetime? So here's what I'm going to say here, Kevin. I think there are people that can help guide us on our journey. I really do think that. But I think there's some connections that are meant to teach us what we don't want in this life. And you can call it karmic or whatever. I don't like using those words because then it becomes, is this karmic, is this blah, blah, blah. No, I don't give a shit about that. What I do believe is that certain people teach us things, some of them in good ways, some of them in ways where there's obstacles and we have to overcome certain things. But everyone is a teacher to everyone else. And I feel like as soon as we go into the soulmate or the twin flame concept, right? I feel like as soon as we do that, we start missing a lot of things because we have tunnel vision. It's always, is this person the one, right? That's going to be it. Okay. I'm sorry, Sefwa. I didn't see that you posted earlier. I'll put you at the bottom of the list here. I'm sorry. I didn't see you said that earlier, so unless... Did they put it on the list? Oh, you are on the list. Okay. Yeah, I just don't believe in the tunnel vision. All right, so I'll read Mei Lu, and then I'll read you, Sefwa. Not yet, Ellie. I'll let you know when it's your turn. Okay, so Mei Lu says, you'd like to know, would you get the receptionist job at the hotel? Let's see. Thank you, Mei Lu. I appreciate that. Okay. Trying to write everyone's names down. It's a little difficult at times. Okay. Okay. Here we go, guys. So, will you get the receptionist job at the hotel? Actually, go back up there. Two of coins in reverse, okay? Two of coins in reverse. I'm going to say it like this. Mei Lu, it's up to you if you want to get it or not. I'd say go for it regardless. There's nothing wrong with just trying it out to see. But if I'm looking at this, it's kind of a willpower thing. Okay, so we're just going to block them. There we go. Yeah, guys, if you keep asking your question repeatedly over and over, you're just going to get blocked. So remember that. I did give them fair warning a few times. So yeah, you just get blocked when you keep doing that. All right, so two of coins in reverse. I would say try and see what comes of it. It's looking like it may be something that can be difficult, but I would say go out there and try. I don't view these cards. If it looks like an answer that could be a no, I'm not going to say it's necessarily a no in this situation. There's so much, okay, willpower, right, Mei Lu? How do you feel when you're writing the resume? How do you feel when you're doing this? When I'm talking about willpower, I'm talking about how much attention to detail or how much effort you put into getting something. If you really want to get this, I believe you can get it no problem. But if it's a half-ass attempt, I don't think you're going to get it. So do you want this job? Is this something you would want to have? How badly do you want it? What are the reasons for wanting this job specifically? That's the willpower part. That's the part where it's like, we need to stick to something. We need to make the choice and go in that direction. So these willpower questions, and I call them willpower questions because you are in there. You're the person that decides if it's going to work or not. But that's reference list. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chantel. But that's what I'm talking about. So, hey, Fantasia, how you doing? Okay. Yes, it is. I put you on the list. Thank you, guys. And remember to like the video, too, if you don't mind. Good. It felt great and wonderful. So I think there's a good possibility you can get it. Just don't try to contrive it or try to force anything. Let things happen the way they need to happen, Meilu, and it seems like it could be a good option. Those willpower questions, like I said, that's what I call them here. Thank you so much, Kevin. I appreciate that. Okay, Sethwell, what was your question? Thank you so much, Fantasia. Awesome, Meilu. You have a good one, my friend. This coworker that I like in silence is moving back to his country next week. We both like each other in silence. Is he going to miss me? Okay, what do you mean you like each other in silence? This sounds like limerent thinking. Because I don't understand like each other in silence. No, you're on the list, Ellie. I've got your name written down. You're on the list. You're coming up. You'll be coming up, I think, in about 2 or 3 more people, Ellie. So, yeah. Hey, Buana J. Okay, you like each other, but you don't express it to each other. Okay. All right. Give me 1 second. Let's see. How are you going, Buana? Let me put your name down here. Okay, you're on the list, Buana. Hopefully I'm saying the name right. If I'm not, I'm sorry. But I'm trying. All right. All right, is this coworker gonna miss Sefwa? Let's look. Oh, nice. You said it right. Well, good morning to you, Buana, and it's afternoon for me, but a good morning, good afternoon, and good night is all I need. All right, one more shuffle here. It looks like there's other things going on in their life. I get the Tower card in reverse here, so that one to me is saying there could be something in this connection, like the silent part of the connection is something I'm wondering about, because it's like if someone likes you or if there's something there, usually it's communicated in some way or there's something going on. I'm going to say, will they miss you? If I see the Tower in reverse, it feels to me like there's other opportunities for them that are going to be coming up, so I don't feel like that's going to be the case. Hopefully, though, I'm wrong and they do miss you, but it should be something that's talked about. If you guys are, if you like each other silent, I've never heard liked each other silently, so it's kind of making me think, you know, things need to be said, I would think, before assuming something like that. Okay. Alrighty. And then June just paid here, so let's do that. Okay. Thank you again, June. I appreciate that. Oh, you'll get a card. You will get a card, no problem, Cassandra. You don't need to worry about that. Just stay with me and make yourself as comfortable as possible, Cassandra, even though you're sick. I know it's hard to feel comfortable, but... All right, are Kirsten and Troy just friends? Are Kirsten and Troy just friends? Thank you again, June. Let's do that. In fact, let me do this because I keep forgetting to do this part. So let me go like this. You're up next, All About Maine. You're up after I do this one for June here. There we go. All right. Let's see what we can get here. Are Kirsten and Troy just friends? You're welcome, All About Me. Ooh, I had to sneeze there. Ooh. Thank you, Stefan. I get 8 of Wands, which to me would either be saying it's a fast-moving friendship that could possibly turn into a relationship, or it's already a possible relationship. This is a card that can be passionate. This is a card that can be talking about energy moving very quickly between Kirsten and Troy. So, and remember, this person is a come and go kind of person anyway, so I say good riddance to this person if they want to be with somebody else or whatever. They'll probably do the same thing to them, right? So don't think that this person would just be doing it to you. But that's what I'm seeing here. It looks like things are kind of moving for them. So I would say if they're not in a relationship now, there's a good possibility they could be in the not too distant future. 8 of Wands is fast moving energy. So that's kind of what I'm seeing, June. But again, remember that people that aren't meant for us, they're not meant for us, right? Why chase after something that is like that? Does that help answer that question? Even if it's probably not in the way you wanted to have it answered, but... Yeah, so Ellie, I went to a paid reading here, so it's going to be just a second longer before we get to your reading, but yeah, the paid readings get priority. I'll let you guys know when it's your turn to post your questions, okay? Are they friends now? It seems like it. I would say, June. It kind of seems like it. For things to be moving, it feels like there's a connection there that's starting to grow, I would say. No, you're good, Ellie, you're good. You guys don't know how it works here on the channel. You guys are new. Don't worry about it. I'm just letting you know. I'm not upset with you guys. It's if you keep posting it repeatedly over and over again and you're not listening to what I'm saying, then I start to get a little grumpy. I start to become a grumpy bear. But if not, we're good, I promise, okay? All right. Oh. All right, so just gonna go here. I'm thinking we're done with this question, June, just from what I was getting, because it just didn't feel to me like, because if I'm looking at it like this, okay, I'm looking at it like the energy is going to be moving quickly. It's going to be moving really, really fast. It's not going to be something that's going to be Okay, let me put it this way. 3 of coins, people working together. Okay. Yeah, 17, you were passed. Do I feel they're friends with benefits? Queen of Wands in reverse. I could see that. I could see that it could eventually be a friends with benefits situation. The reason why, if I get Queen of Wands in reverse, it feels to me like there's not a relationship here. There's a passion or there's like a lust or whatever, but it doesn't feel like relationship. So friends with benefits or non-committal relationship, yeah, I could totally see that being the case, June. And I can put you back on the list, 17. You'll be put at the bottom here, but yeah, I called your name a while ago. Hopefully, June, that helps answer that question, though, so. All right. I'm going to move on to the next person here. Let me do this. All about Maine, what was your question? Give me 1 second here. Yes, you're after Maine. You are after Maine. So it goes... Yeah. Ivory, you're after... You're after Happy Girl is the name. Okay. You're okay, Stefan. There's not as many new people coming in here, guys, and so if I do miss your name and you come back, it's gonna come back a lot quicker. So don't worry about that, Stefan, and I don't want you to hurt your eyes looking at the screen. Just relax your eyes a little bit. I won't skip over you guys if you're with me. Trust me on that. I'm not going to be like, oh, you missed your turn, forever, goodbye, unless I have to leave in a hurry or something like that. But most of the time, I'm pretty chill about it. Oh, you're trying to catch me live? You are hypnotizing me, LOL. It's what I do. Then bam, your live was down. Yeah, I was doing an energy cleansing for Charlene, and the internet's been acting crazy right before Mercury in retrograde hit. But how are you doing, Reefer? Oh man. Lots of burps today. Happy burp day to me, guys. Happy burp day to me. So, is Chris serious about wanting a relationship? Is Chris serious about wanting a relationship? Because if not, I'm going to be Chrised off. That's pissed off, but for Chris. Pistifer. I guess that could be a short name for you. Like if your name was Piss, it would be long for Pistifer. I like it. I'm taking that. You guys can't take it. You got to pick up the youngling. I love the term youngling for your child. That's some good stuff. Just call them children in the Jedi thing, right? In the Star Wars universe, call them children. The youngling thing is really old because by definition, that would mean as soon as you hit a certain point in your life, you're an oldling. It just sounds weird. It's like, and then at the middle part, you're yodeling, which is, kind of what Yoda turns into, but... The youngling thing always bothered me. He killed a lot of younglings, takes out like me feeling sad. But if they said he killed a lot of children, I'd be like, oh, that makes sense. Because I was like, what the hell is a youngling? Anyway. Maybe I'm a little slow, though. Are you friends with Cynthia then? Reefer? So, all about Maine. I get this card for you. This is the Two of Cups. And when I see the Two of Cups here, to me this is a card of, I heard the words gentle intuition. So listen to yourself on this and what you feel like the connection could be. It's looking like there could be a connection here. Two of Cups is a good card. It's one of the best cards for relationships, but it's up to you on how you feel with it, right? How do you feel with this connection? Has this been someone we've been in a relationship before? What did they do? What didn't they do? What does this person's character seem like to you? Follow that intuition, right? Look at it in an unbiased way. I want you to write down the qualities that this person has, good and bad, and I want you to read them subjectively after you've written them down. And I want you to imagine that your friend messaged this to you, okay? That's what I want you to imagine. Because that's going to be what I feel would be the best thing for you in that instance, is for you to look at it unbiasedly, as unbiased as you can. Your friend messaged you about this guy, and then you have to decide if it would be a good match for your friend or not. So list the qualities, be honest, and don't look at it like this is the only relationship that's available. Sometimes we get in that situation, and thank you, All About Maine, for the donation. I really appreciate that, my friend. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing here, so hold on. Okay, and then let me do this. Okay. You're 4 hours apart. She's one of your best friends. Oh, okay. So did you refer her to me then? Did you tell her I had this amazing YouTube channel and there's all this amazing fairy energy that flies around and it's just this beautiful cohesive experience? That's probably what you said exactly. You are very welcome, All About Maine. Give it the time. And again, thank you for the tip on that. I appreciate that. Really do. I have this pesky habit of needing money to survive. I know that's cliche. I know it's tacky and it's gross, but yeah, it's something I need to live. So anyone that can help me with that, I'd appreciate it. Okay. Kevin, what was your question? Ooh, I like the orange flower. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Reefer. You came across me at the same time, because I was thinking... Hold on. Hui Ling? Hopefully I'm saying that right. Hui Ling, yes, I can put you on the list. It sounds like a beautiful name to me, Hui Ling. If I'm saying it right, if I'm saying it wrong, I'm sure it's still a beautiful name. I have a horrible time with saying names. I give people nicknames to cover up my insecurity about saying their names wrong. Your name is going to be, I don't know. I'll call you HL, all right? HL double hockey sticks. Ling. Okay, I'll call you Ling. We'll do that, because the HL one sounded like I was trying to spell hell, and it just wasn't working out. She fell asleep when her number got randomly called the first day we saw you. You're like, oh, she fell asleep. Ah, okay. That is unacceptable. That's not right. You need to tell Cynthia, not cool. No, I'm just kidding. You guys fall asleep. I'm fine with that. Hell, it's hard to get sleep these days. If you fall asleep listening to me, pleasant dreams. And you're going to have weird ones because I bring up some weird shit. And welcome to the channel, Ling. All right, so Kevin says, I've been feeling the energies a lot lately. How can I make the most use of these activations and energy? All right, let's do this. Oh, man. She probably fell asleep now. I think... No, I got to Cynthia this time. It's 5:17 a.m. here, and you just woke up. Good. Or you're saying you've been up since 5:17. I don't know. Welcome to being awake, Ling. It is sometimes fun, most times not. Okay. So, Kevin, can I tune into your energy if that's okay, just a little bit? You'll dream about me. That's how it is. That's how it is, Stefan. If you dream about me, I wish you the most pleasant dreams. All right, Kevin, thank you. Let's see what we can find here. Oh, just woke up, hardly can sleep. I get you. I do. I get you, Ling. Okay, so let me tune in here and see what we can find. Do you do anything with No, I can put your name on there. What's happening? Hold on. Reefer, my friend, I can put your name on there. I didn't know you and Cynthia were, close. So I'll put your name on here. I don't think it'll be too long, though. Okay. So first thing I got, do you do any work with celestial energy, Kevin? Or any work with angels? I almost felt like there was archangel energy around you. Maybe Raphael or Michael? Or it felt like archangel energy. Either that or archetypical energy, but it felt like archangel was more of what I was feeling. Because that can be used as powerful protection energy, right? Best thing we can do when it comes to using energies and activating them, you call upon them when you need protection or healing. Okay. So the best thing that I'm seeing here, you respond more with celestial energy, and for some reason I'm seeing an opal stone. There's fire opal, there's these different kinds of stones, and then I'm seeing a diamond as well, which these can have prismatic effects to them. And I feel like the best thing you can do, because right now, Mercury in retrograde, I feel like is a good time for manifestation, because it's about bringing things to the surface, uprooting them, and then planting new things. If we're wanting to manifest something, the best thing we can do is to think about it, have some sort of grand ritual if that's what you feel like you need to do, and then release it and forget about it as much as you can. Every time you manifest, you start the manifestation process, imagine that you have a huge, snowball in your hand, and you're rolling it down a hill. That's the start of the manifestation process. The less we think about it as it's rolling down the hill, it's going to gather bigger and bigger and bigger until it becomes something that comes into our reality. But every time we start thinking about it, it goes back to the top of the hill again and it has to start. Because you're calling the energy back to yourself every time you think about it. So if we can do something to let it go in some sort of gesture, be it grand or whatever, that's going to help with the manifestation process. But we need to view it as something that's already been done. Don't say, I want $1 million. Don't say I want, because when you say I want, you're going to be put in situations where you would want that thing, but you don't have that thing. So instead, focus on saying, I have this, I have that. Even if it seems like a lie, when you say I have it and you put that out in the universe, that's going to be something that helps you. Okay? Do not use the words I want this, I want that. No. I have this, or this is happening, or, because wanting makes it so that we are in a state of wanting it, but we don't have it. Okay, we don't already have it. So put yourself in that state, and that can be something that can help activate that energy for you. Okay, thank you for letting me tune into your energy. Let me do this here. And there we go. And then for some reason with you, I'm seeing a clock that's ticking. I'm thinking there needs to be a choice or something that needs to be done fairly soon. Maybe you need to renew something or you need to do something, but there's something that needs to be done in a timely manner with you right now. But I'm not doing a psychic reading. I'm just doing that for you because you asked more of a spiritually based question. Okay, so let's go back to the list here. And Stefan, hopefully you're still there. I think you are. That's good. You needed to hear that. Awesome. Thank you, Stefan. Perfect. You have to choose between your college and degrees. Okay. Make up that decision for yourself. Not quite yet, Fantasia. I'll let you know, though. That was so amazing. Thank you so much. You're very welcome, Kevin. Very welcome. Make the right choice for yourself, but don't over stress about it. Don't, stress too much. Anyway. Okay, so you said, Stefan, will you ever feel happy? Fully happy. Let's look here. Let's see what we can come up with here. Oh, there we go. I have you, yeah, Fantasia, I have you written down so I have Stefan, and then it's Ellie, and then we'll see. We'll see. I know you were put on the list a little bit earlier, but I need to find yeah, those up there, I'm trying to understand it, so just a second. I haven't been writing down my list as much. I'll do your question next, Fantasia, because I do think I skipped over you. Thank you for understanding. I appreciate that. Okay. Will Stefan M. ever be fully happy? Damn. That makes sense. Okay. Here's what I got. I've got the Hanged Man, okay? The Hanged Man is a card where we need to change our perspective. I saw happiness for you, Stefan, being represented by a bubble. And it's like a soap bubble, and anything minor can pop that bubble. And when that bubble pops, it's hard for us to build it back up again. So it seems to me we either have a very tender ego, or we have something that needs to be kind of brought up to speed. There's a part of us that feels like it's lacking in maturity. And I'm not saying this to make you feel bad about yourself or anything like that. There's areas where you can improve. And I'm feeling like your happiness is so like fragile at times. When it pops, it's hard for you to get it back. It doesn't mean you won't have it back again, but we need to build up a sense of resiliency around that kind of topic, because it feels like almost anything can bring that back down into a place where it's really hard for us to build back up. There's a lack of resiliency here, but I do feel like you have the capacity to be very strong, but something's holding you back from understanding that kind of strength. And I'll probably go out on a limb here and say it's trauma-based, right? When I saw that bubble pop, it was more like, I almost saw like a needle touch it, but I didn't quite see the needle touch it. And that to me shows that in situations, you sometimes burst your own happiness, or sometimes you self-sabotage. And that to me would be kind of a bad situation to be in. I also wonder if you're low on potassium, right? Because I saw a banana and I'm thinking, well, that could be potassium, but I think there's other better sources of potassium, but bananas are good anyway. And red bananas taste a little bit like raspberry, as well as banana. I've got some red bananas. I have no idea to tell when they're ripe, but I'm curious to try the little buggers, just to see what's going on there. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm seeing there. You can definitely be happy, but I feel like you need to prioritize things in your life to make it so that your happiness or let's say this, Stefan, right? Because in my life, okay, here's what I want more than anything. Hold on. I have this written down. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just looking at my phone for a second. Okay. Here's what I want in my life is this. I don't want to be happy. And I know you're thinking you don't want to be happy. What the hell are you talking about? No. There's an emotion out there that's so much better than just being blissfully happy out of your goddamn mind. And that's to be at peace. That's what I want. I want to be at peace with things in my life. I want peace. I want peacefulness. I want all the things peace has. I want the birds chirping. I want the breeze. I want everything that peace has to offer. Happiness can kind of be too much for me at times. I get too excited. I start yelling. I can't control the volume of my voice. I don't know if you guys suffer with that, but when I'm really excited, I just start screaming, and I don't mean to. Had that ever since I was a little kid. You think I'd grow out of it, but anyway, I like the feeling of being peaceful, being contented. I like the feeling of enjoying the mundane things of every day, because a lot of times we wait for the happy moments, and a lot of times the happy moments in our life, they're these really big events, or there's this something going on, but peace can be something that we can strive for every day. I don't want to be happy all the time. That's not what it's about to me, but I want to feel peace a good majority of the time. That's what I strive for. And I feel like you can have that too, Stefan, but it's about building up that resiliency and understanding that character is something that's adaptable and flexible in a lot of ways, but it still takes time for us to understand how we can build that up and what we can do with that kind of energy. Does that make sense to you, Stefan? Maybe I spoke a little too fast. Hopefully you got the gist of what I was saying, though. Oh, the coffee's gone. R.I.P. coffee. 2022 to 2022. You lasted about an hour and a half. You did good things, coffee. You did good things. There's things you can do, Stefan, to build yourself up. There are things you can do. But a lot of times we have to look at the things that are making us sad. We need to dive into those things and realize that there can be a tidal wave of emotion at times. But when we look at the things that have made us sad and we start to process those things, we come out on the other side much better. The reason why there's sadness, the reason why there's wondering if we're feeling like we're happy or not, is because we have unprocessed feelings, right? We have things that are buried within us that we need to kind of dig up, look at, and then that shadow side, that darker side of ourselves starts to drift further and further away because we're acknowledging it. As soon as you acknowledge it, it starts to change. It starts to work itself through in different ways. Okay. All right. So Fantasia says, is there a love relation with O and Nagam? I'm not Nagam. I mean if they are together. Okay. Are O and Nagam together? Let me look and see if O and Nagam are together. Okay. Are O and Nagam together? This card right here, I get the Star card in reverse. This is an interesting card because I don't have context of the question, and I could read this card a couple different ways. I'm seeing a weed that's growing, which to me would symbolize there could be a connection here that maybe you're not wanting. I'm wondering if maybe this is a connection that you want a part in with one of these people. But when I see the Star in reverse, I'm seeing a weed, like I said, and it's growing in like a parking lot. The parking lot seems empty. I don't know if they are together at this point in time. There could be something in the future where they are, but it feels kind of like a desolate situation. It feels like there's emotions or there's something missing that's connecting these two people together. And if you're a part of this in any way, it feels like yeah. It feels like each person doesn't understand what the other one's feeling, or each person isn't involved in any way. It just feels kind of like it feels kind of juvenile, or it feels immature in a lot of ways with this connection. So you see him will be together. Okay, hold on, wait. Oh, so they talk with each other? I'm not saying that either. it feels like there could be a connection here, but it feels immature in the way that the connection is. It feels like something, like I said, it feels like maturity is missing here. If there is any sort of talking, I don't feel like there's any substance to it. It feels kind of very basic. Because they are in IG. I hope they don't talk. So if that makes you happy, Fantasia, I would say the connection with this, with you or with them or whatever, it feels really jarbled and confused. So, I mean, that's as far as I'm going to go with that one, but yeah. Okay. You say to remove her, he removes her. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see where that goes. Okay, Ellie Golding, are you there? And then you're in conflict. It sounds like I was saying, you're dealing with an immature person, so, yeah. And then he subs to her. Okay. Yeah, Fantasia, if I can be completely honest and blunt, it sounds like a... Yeah. Yeah, okay. There we go. You're so sad about that. Well, it sounds like you could find someone better anyway. Okay, so Ellie, are you there? Don't go with people that play games, guys. Instagram drama, stuff like that. Find someone who's better than that. You guys can do better. Don't settle for... There we go. Yes, Ellie Golding's here. Perfect. Okay. So ZR is... Because you were saying SF before, Ellie, so you're wondering with ZR now. Okay. Queen 9, how are you doing, my friend? You too, Stefan. Thank you for coming on here and for being patient, my friend, and I'm wishing you all the best, okay? Cyborg name. Oh, you're feeling sleepy, Queen 9. Well, that's how it is sometimes. Yeah, Queen 9 does sound like a cyborg name. Yeah, Queen 9, I can add you here. You're on the list. Okay, so we're looking at Ellie's question. Zero want from you. Hey, Buana, just so you're aware, I do smaller questions. It sounds to me like that's a pretty big question. So Buana, if you can lessen the question just a little bit, I usually work with more yes or no questions. If you guys want to pay for a reading, then I can go into more detail and do that, but yeah, hopefully you guys can understand that. Okay, so intentions for Ellie. Intentions, I get the Knight of Swords, which to me can be which to me can be something along the lines of someone who can be conquesting in a way, someone who you could have in conversations with, right? Someone you could talk with, someone that can be opinionated on certain things, maybe very opinionated or extreme in their ways of thinking. But to me, it seems like that's going to be it right there. So, and Chantel, 3 months in depth question unlimited. No. Let's do this. 20 minutes, ask unlimited questions for $20. The 3 months in depth, I'm not doing that, but I am doing 20 minutes, ask unlimited questions for $3 or for $19.99. He communicates and he stops. Okay, perfect. You don't know why. All right, so I'm going to say this. Communicates and then stops. We have this. So you could be dealing with someone who is immature in their way of dealing with you because, again, like I've been saying, guys, know your worth. Know what's going on. And if you're ever in a situation where someone's treating you this way, you should be able to say, hey, why do you do this in this situation? If you feel like you can't talk to this person about why they talk to you and then they pull away and then they talk to you, that's not a connection for you. You need to be able to talk to people openly, even if it's just the start of a relationship. Please realize that when people do this stop and go conversation thing, there could be things that they are dealing with and that you probably don't want to be involved with, okay? You want to talk with someone who is there for you, who makes time for you, and who tells you what's going on. It sounds to me like there's a lot of people that we get stuck on that we feel like are for us, right? One way or another. But if they're going through something, odds are you're probably going to go through it with them, and it's not your problem. It's not your thing to fix. So make sure before you get involved with this that you know what's going on. And it sounds like you can't ask that question, so it makes it kind of difficult to get involved in a way that feels safe or grounded. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting there, Ellie. Just tread carefully there. You're very welcome, Ellie. Okay, happy girl, are you there? Okay, what's Jacob's feelings and next actions towards you? Okay, so let's do this, happy girl. I usually draw one card, and we do one question here, and that's 2 questions. So you're asking what his feelings are, and you're asking the next actions towards you. You can pay for one of those questions, and I can go in detail, or you can pick what are Jacob's, let's see. We can look at what Jacob's feelings are for you for free, if you'd want to do that. But I'm not going to answer both of those. Because it's one question, one card for free. Okay. What are Jacob's feelings and next actions towards you? Here, do this one, Chantel. Let's do this one. 20. Okay. We'll do 20 minutes. Let's do this. And 1 second, guys. Hold on. So that's what you can say right there. So if you type that in, Chantel, or copy and paste that one, and you can put your little YouTube icons or little icons there, that's kind of what I want it to be said right there, if you're okay with that. Okay. You're good, happy girl. I'm just letting you know. I'm letting you know. Don't worry about it. You don't need to apologize. I appreciate that, but you're okay. Let's do this here. So let's do, what are Jacob's feelings towards happy girl? What are Jacob's feelings towards happy girl? The reason I say PayPal or Cash App only for that option is because that's, you know, YouTube takes 30%. So if they paid 20, I'd only get like 13 or so. And for 20 minutes, that's not that much money. Okay. Okay, Jacob's feelings towards you, I'm going to say this. Eight of Swords in reverse. I'm wondering if Jacob's going through a difficult time with something. It feels like he could be in a situation where he's victimizing himself or where he's refusing to move on from a situation. If I see this, it could be they suffer with anxiety, maybe depression, or there's some fear that's underlying this person. It's something they need to figure out, not that you need to figure out for them. But their feelings towards you seem to be conflicted or conflicted. I don't know why I said it weird, but that's what I'm seeing here. So I would say it seems like they're thinking a lot about certain things, but I would honestly say it feels like their mind's elsewhere. So their feelings for you, I'm not getting a strong connection emotionally, but men definitely think more than they feel, if I can be honest with you there. It's a pain in the ass, I know, but it seems like there's just something going on in his life, and so it feels like he's focusing on other things, but it also feels like this person stays kind of stuck in a lot of ways, or they get hung up on things, and it's hard for them to move forward. That's kind of what I'm getting here. But if I had to put emotion in this, happy girl, I would say it looks very congested. It looks like there's a block to the connection the way I'm seeing it. And so I'll just have that be the end of the reading there for you. But that's what I'm seeing. Doesn't mean there can't be anything, but for right now, it feels like there's... And maybe this person has self-sabotage tendencies or something like that, but it feels like someone who is stuck in their life and they need to figure some things out. So that's what I'm getting there. Okay, let me do this here. Okay, Ivory Johnson, are you still there? There we go, Chantel. Thank you so much. That's perfect. That is perfect. Love that. That's even better than what I was thinking. Putting the links in there, that's a smart idea. Yeah, I like that. That's a good idea. All right, Ivory Johnson. Hopefully you're here. I'm going to go for just a second. I'm coming right back, everyone, so I will see you in just a second. Oh. There we go. Hold on, everyone. Oh, yeah, we can do that for you, Reefer. I have no idea what you said, but I think we can do that for you. Flagging you down? Do you want me to chase you? Is that what this is? You're a weird one, Reefer, but... Okay. Okay, all right, Buana, are you there? Oh, shit. Chim, how's it going, buddy? It's been a minute since I've seen you. Okay, so... Good, it's been going okay. Love to hear that. I love to hear that. All right, so let's do this here. 17, are you there? No, I'm not thinking so either, Queen 9. Oh, man. I'll give them a second to see if they want to post. And Chim, do you want to be put on the free reading list here? Oh. Man. Okay, I got you on the list. Oh, there we go. Just stretching my back here. All right, let's do this then. Ling, are you there? Oh, okay. Ling or Cassandra, are you there? Ling or Cassandra? Awesome, perfect. Perfect. Ling, post your question. And yeah, I'm a little tired. Chim. I did, and Cassandra's here too. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to do Ling's question, and then it will be Cassandra's turn. Yeah, I did a workout. I wasn't feeling well yesterday, and then I started feeling a little bit better about an hour and a half, 2 hours later. And then I did a workout a little bit after that on my shoulders, and whenever I do a workout and I'm sore the next day, I'm tired and my body hurts, and I become a very grumpy, cranky bear. And I'm kind of like a cat that if you keep poking its stomach, at first it's like, it's all cute and cuddly, but then it bites your hand and it hurts you, and it uses his back feet to try and break your wrist. So that's how I feel, What is... Okay. Hey there, Netta. Yeah, I can add you. We're always talking about cats here. Yeah, I stretch after my workout. Me and my... Yeah, the pain is ridiculous. Okay, What is ST's intentions? Is it serious or just looking for options around? Okay. Thank you so much, Netta. That's very sweet. I love hearing that. Hey there, I am Coco. I'm sorry to hear that. That's awful. I can put you on the list here. Hold on. That definitely does sound like a tower moment, doesn't it? All right. Oh, thank you, Chim Chim, for saying that. Everyone on here is usually a pretty awesome person. We get weird ones every now and again. I'm one of the weird ones, in case you're wondering. But other than that, it's good. Killer comedy. Yeah, it's killer. You've lost your sense of stability. I'm sorry to hear that, Coco. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully, this can ground you a little bit. People are positive here, but it's one of those things where even if we're having a bad time, like for instance, Coco said the money thing that happened with them, the cash stuff, that's okay too, right? We want to be positive on here, but I also want to give people a sense of owning their own emotions and feeling like they can talk about things even if they're difficult here. And so, yeah, we're positive, but we also allow space for things, for people to bring things up. But thank you, Netta, for saying that. Okay, hey there, Ivory. I'll move you down to the bottom. We went over your name a while ago, so now that you're back, I'll put you at the bottom here. Let's see, Ivory. There we go. Oh, okay. And then we have Jigglypuff. I'll take it. You even have the pin there, Chantel, because that's what Jigglypuff would do, is ride on you after you fell asleep. Okay. And thank you, Netta. I understand. Supportive. I appreciate that. I really do. All right. What are ST's intentions? Okay, so, Ling, I'm going to say this. This is the Tower card in reverse. Man, I'm sore. Okay, I'm hearing the words, damn it. That happens sometimes with psychic things. The words flash in my mind and then they completely leave. Hold on. It feels like subtle obsessions or subtle fixations with this person. So there's something about this person's energy that feels a little like, yeah, I do feel like there's something this person feels like they're looking for options or they're doing something. You seem to have a call for that, though. I would say listen to that instinct, because it feels like this person's shopping around. I don't get a sense of them being serious about a connection. When I see the Tower card in reverse, to me, this is someone who needs to work through things that have happened, but they're not doing it yet, right? So that's what I'm seeing. Come for the readings, stay for the commentary. Yeah. I like it, Chim. I like it. I'll allow it. We're good to go. There it is. But Ling, that's what I got for you. It feels like, yeah, if the person has something they need to deal with, they need to deal with it. Don't get in relationships, guys. This goes for guys and girls. Don't get in relationships until you feel like you're ready for one. If we're ever feeling like we're rushed or we're feeling like, you know, should I do this? Should I not do this? Don't do it. If you're asking, should I or should I not? Make sure you're in a place that if something does happen, you're not really hurting. Make sure that you're ready to put yourself out there. You know what I mean? You're welcome, Ling. You're very welcome. Chance does some good articulation, wordiness. Oh, so true. So true. I'm wordy. And then just silence. Because that's how we roll on this channel. Okay, so we're looking for Cassandra. What was your question, Cassandra? Well, there you go, Ling. It sounds like you got it figured out. You got communication problems. Okay, you don't know if you can ask this kind of thing, but is there a possibility of feeling better for this Saturday? You have work to do. All right, let's look, Cassandra. Will Cassandra feel better on Saturday because she has work to do, or will she be Cassandra because she's going to be sad because she can't do the work? Let's look here. I think you're going to feel good. I think you're going to feel good, but also the cards have a mind of their own. All right. Oh, come over here. Look at how big this is. That is some selenite, right? That is some big selenite. You guys are either thinking, my God, he's either got baby small hands and this is like the size of a quarter, or that's a big damn crystal, right? Both are correct. Baby small, but also big crystal. All right, let's see, Cassandra, what we can do for you. Okay. Chim, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking, and it doesn't work as well as you think it would. It can break off when it's in there, so you definitely don't want to use it that way. Not that I have any experience with that. I would never, but, you know, just throwing it out there. And it dissolves in water, you know, because it's selenite, so. Oh. Notes taken. Good, good, good. Same goes with cactuses. It looks like it could go up there, but I'm telling you, it's not going to work the way you think. You're all right, Chim Chim. You got that Chim Chim chimpanzee monkey brain. Yeah, it dissolves in water from what I understand. I've never done it before, but selenite's supposed to dissolve in water. You don't want to get it wet. I don't know how much it dissolves, though. You know. Your monkey brain, not mine, to be clear. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Will Cassandra feel well enough this Saturday to do every damn thing she's ever wanted to do in her life? No, I'm just going to say it like this. Will you feel well enough to do what you need to do this Saturday? Okay, so here's what I'm going to say, Cassandra. We get 10 of Cups in reverse, okay? Not a bad card in reverse to have with this question. If I was reading it with other cards, depending on what the cards were, I could read this as good or bad, whatever. But when I see it just for this card, just for answering the question, will you feel better? I'm going to say if you can do 50% of what it is that you want to do, whatever it is you're going to do, maybe split it in half, do smaller things on Saturday. I feel like you'll be able to get some of it done, but don't push yourself too much because then that's going to be longer of a recovery. All right? That's what I'm feeling is going to be important to address here. So just take it easy on Saturday. I feel like you're going to feel you're going to feel better, but also just don't push yourself. Why would it dissolve? And does it dissolve like sugar? I don't know. I need to get a little piece of selenite and see what happens and maybe record it. And then, like Queen is saying, make a mist out of it and then just do some crazy spell work. You know, I'll be trying to spray something, but I know I'm going to miss. Yeah, so good. Let me try another one. You know what? Mystifer. The mysterious Mystifer. That's what they'll call me. You would totally suffocate in that mist. I hear you. You're very welcome, Cassandra. Just take it easy. You know, let your conscience be your guide. Jiminy Cricket, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Okay, so Reefer. And we have Pistifer, of course. We've talked about Pistifer, Mystifer, Christopher, and Lucifer. So we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. We've almost got all the demons of suburbia summoned. You could definitely turn it into a powder, but I doubt a mist because you need to humidify it, and it's probably too heavy a mineral to be airborne, is my guess. Okay, first off, Chim Chim, no intelligence allowed in here. It's just nonsense that we talk with. Okay, I don't want you to use any intelligence speak here. It's just, it has to be nonsense, because that sounded damn near like a science thing. I'm not into it. You're probably right, though. I'm just gonna say it. Okay, so we have Scorpio Bunny, Manal, Nima, and Jeremy Yates. And yes, Jeremy Yates, absolutely. Okay, what's your question? Okay, so let me add you guys. Only at 3, though, and on a Tuesday. We just missed the Tuesday. Let's see here, so... Scorpio Bunny, I'll put your name on the list. Let me see. Manal Nima. And then we have Jeremy Yates. Okay. Will Tim tell his family that we've been back in a relationship in the next upcoming months? Okay, will Tim tell his family that we've been back in a relationship in the next upcoming months? Okay, let's do that for you. I know you're not going to do it, Queen 9. I know, we're just being a bunch of silly geese. Bunch of little silly people. Okay. Okay. Here we go, guys. That card has come up. This card has come up more than any of the other cards today. And it's right after the Mercury in retrograde. And you know what? I'm going to harp on it because no one's here to tell me different. It's one of those times. There's going to be weird things that happen. There's going to be misunderstandings, disagreements, misagreements, and misunderstandings of everything that's going on, right? But when I see this card, I get the Tower, okay? This to me is saying that I feel that there needs to be something that comes down for this person to say what's going on. I don't necessarily think it's like a shameful thing or anything like that, but this person seems to be someone who prefers keeping things private or keeping things in a way that's like concealed for whatever reason. I'm wondering if there's something about this person feeling seen that they don't feel comfortable with. It's not impossible for it to be that way, but... And then I'm hearing the words, what are you afraid of? And then I'm seeing fire, and I heard the name, I felt like I heard the name Stephanie or ST, but it was like this fire energy. Something that he's scared of feels like a fire energy. Maybe it's a female energy that has this fire to it. I'm not sure, Reefer, but that's something that I'm getting there. I'm glad you got that, Jeremy. I'm glad you got that. I feel like I'm too quick with the quips sometimes, so I gotta slow it down. Oh. But you tell me what you think of that, Reefer, and we can go from there. Kim Possible. Oh man, I watched that shit. That was my stuff back in, geez, it's been like 17 years ago, I think I was watching that. Did you say thank you for your dinner? That was slick. Jeremy, maybe I'm missing something here. Because I'm confused at what your statement was. I'm a bit dense, right? But so that does make sense then. His mom? Maybe. Is there a female with an S name, kind of, that would be more of a fiery kind of... I don't know if temperous is a word, but that's kind of what I'm feeling. Someone who seems controlling or someone who seems dominant. Not like necessarily horribly dominant, but dominant all the same. I've got labradorite here as well. Beautiful crystal. I use this for healings involving the heart and the throat because it's kind of that color. It's a very, very pretty stone. I love labradorite, and it's such a heart, you know, like how Honey Nut Cheerios for some reason is good for your heart. Labradorite is the exact same. It's the Honey Nut Cheerios of stones. So if you want to think of it like that, that's kind of where I would go. Onyx is kind of like the oatmeal of stones, and then you got, because it's hardy, right? And then you've got I don't know about any more food-based ones. Okay, so there's a Stephanie, but that was his ex-GF from high school. Okay. I'm not going to go... Let's do this. It feels like there's an S name. I'm not going to say it's Stephanie in that way, that it's that person from high school. No, it's not you. It feels like something that would get in the way of the connection, Reefer. So be on the lookout for something like that. I was thinking Stephanie. I'm still learning with names, but it's like an S name. Yeah, labradorite's an awesome stone. So I think it's going to be a while before anything comes out of this. See where he's at on that, you know, because it's interesting. It's derived from the Greek word meaning rock. Sorry, Chance, I had to geek out. No, you're good. What? Let's see. So which one is derived from the Greek word that means rock, which, by the way, the Greeks knew how to name things. They're like, that means rock. We'll call it rock. Okay. Yes, Onyx Pokemon. I have my, necklace. I'm not wearing it today, but I do have my necklace, and I think it's either black tourmaline or onyx. I think it's black tourmaline, though. It's supposed to help with grounding and clearing negative energy. Oh, the suffix at the end of the names. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, the bling bling. Yes, Chim Chim. You know it. I need to get the... I wear it sometimes, but with a black shirt, you're not going to be able to see it that well. Okay, so... Queen 9, are you there? And hopefully, Reefer, that does help with that question. It feels to me like, no, it's not going to be anything in the next couple months. Hopefully, though, I'm wrong and things can come to light. But it just feels like there's a fiery feminine presence, possibly with an S name, that's going to block that energy, and I'm not sure... It doesn't feel like relationship, like a romantic partner, but could be something else. I'm not sure. But yeah, Queen 9, you are up. So, is the screen blurry or is it just your connection? I'm going to say it's just your... connection. Oof. Okay, yeah, they'll get here. They'll get here. Oh man. So I can never remember her name. I think it's Carolyn Gerving, right? That's who the workout was from that I did for shoulders, and it was her video yesterday. And I did that with my partner, and it's been a minute since I've like really worked out because I've just been so busy. Look at me trying to make up excuses for not moving. Yeah, so I'm a little sore today. If I write my book, will it be a successful project? Yeah, stay positive, Reefer. Whatever's meant to happen is meant to happen. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so if you write your book, will it be a successful project? Okay. So, Queen 9, I'm not going to draw cards for this because we're gonna instead go into a PowerPoint presentation on the ethics of being a good little person. Okay? No, I'm just kidding. Here's what we're gonna do. So, when we're talking about these kinds of statements, it's really important for us to address goals, to address issues. That's what I was going to say, Jeremy. So here's what you do. If you're ever doing something and you want it to be successful, you want to have a successful song, you want to have a successful book, you want to have a successful whatever, you need to write it and you need to expect not to make anything from it. As soon as you start thinking, I need to make money from this, it becomes contrived and it becomes forced. Creativity needs to come from a place that's from the heart. And we need to create for the sake of creating, not for the sake of making something that's going to be quote unquote successful or possibly make us money. So write whatever it is you need to write and then go from there, but write from the heart. That's going to be the best thing that you can do. Okay? Exactly, Reefer. You got to let it flow. But write, sing, dance, do whatever you need to do. And in a lot of ways, just letting yourself get that stuff out of there and write and get that kind of stuff out is going to help you tremendously. Stephen King, right? I said this the other day, but Stephen King says that he writes every day. And the way he can write his stories, and he makes them good, is that he says the first 30 minutes of the day that he spends writing, it's shit. It's utter shit. It's not good stuff. But after that 30 minutes, he starts to get to a place where he can really start writing and get the creative juices flowing. So kind of view it like when you first start writing, you're first sitting down, it may not be something that you're comfortable with or necessarily good at in a way that feels like it's ready to go out to the masses, but do it for you, practice, build this up, and just like any other skill, it gets easier the more you do it, but at first it's going to feel difficult, it's going to feel different, right? That's what I'm feeling there. So, thank you, June. But is that making sense, guys? Or, Queen 9. Will it be successful? It depends on, again, how you approach it, right? And again, June, thank you for that. Let me do this here. Do what it is you like to do, and good things will come your way regardless. But remember, you have to stick to it. The universe will give you several options to feel like, should I keep going? Should I keep doing this? And you need to understand that the universe is saying, I want you to keep doing this, but it's going to be testing you. It's going to be saying, come on, do you want to do it? Are you sure? Just keep going with it, okay? You don't and I'm going to jump off of this here, and we'll look at your question here in just 1 second, June. With most people, we see, especially in today's times, with most people, we see the successes, but we don't see the trying part. We don't see the part where they had to try or they had to get themselves out of the comfort zone. It's important for us to do that ourselves. Realize that everyone else had to go through that as well, but you just don't see the part where they struggle. People want to see success, but they don't want to see what comes before it. All right, so remember that everyone else started out pretty much the same way. The only difference is that they kept going, they kept trying, and they kept allowing themselves to be creative and not have anyone else or anything silence their voice or their sense of self-expression, because that's all we got in this world. We have love, wisdom, experiences, and choice. And we need to make sure that we allow ourselves to be creative. We allow ourselves to make our own choices. And if people have a problem with it, I don't give a shit. I don't care. You have a problem with it. You know, sounds like you're a fun person to be around regardless. But your sense of self-expression needs to be expressed no matter what. Okay? So that's my thoughts on that. Okay, so let's look at June's question here. All right. You are so welcome, Queen 9. You're very welcome, my friend. All right, so let's do this here. We're going to use our other cards. Let's break these in a little bit. This is the Light Seers Tarot, and if you guys are looking to kind of get with a book here, or get with a deck, this one is awesome. The Light Seers Tarot. I had one of the other mods recommend it for the channel, Jean. And so, yeah, let's look at what we can do here. And thank you, Chim, for the kind words. I appreciate that. Everyone's here to help everyone else succeed. That's what I want. Okay. Okay. Are Kirsten and Troy currently friends with benefits? Oh, you'll like them, June. These are interesting cards. You're definitely going to like them here. I'll show you. The way I'm looking at it here, the very first card starts off with this. We have the wheel, which is like the Wheel of Fortune, or the chance card is what it can be called in other decks. It almost looks 3D when I do that. It looks like it's 3D. I don't know why. For some reason on the camera it looked 3D. At least to me it did. And then we have Six of Wands. Okay. That one's in reverse. We have Eight of Wands in reverse. Okay, and we had that, I think, for the last question, but this is in a context that's different because with the other cards. And then we have Justice. Come on, focus. There we go. Then we have Justice. And then we have the Fool in reverse. So I'm going to say this in relation to the question you asked, which is obviously what you're wondering about. The Wheel, the Six of Wands, I'm going to say it like this. If they haven't been friends with benefits yet, I do feel like they will be. But there's also a possibility that they've already been friends with benefits. The way I'm reading this here, but it doesn't feel like it's going to go to anything beyond that. It feels to me like there's going to be arguments. There's going to be a non-committal kind of attitude, either from one party or both. It just feels to me like a situation that's not going to last or go anywhere. Because we have the Eight of Wands in reverse in this situation, right? And so this is talking about there's like a lust here, there's something here, but it's not turning into a relationship. There's no cups here. There's wands, which can represent passion, but both of the wands are upside down, okay? There's the wheel, which represents things moving, but it's kind of like the wheel of fate, right? You can have good or bad fate, but fate is fate. It's neither good or bad. It's just kind of the way you perceive it. In this situation here, though, it feels to me like, yes, there's going to be some intermingling, I guess you could call it, but I don't feel like it's going to last long, and I don't get a sense of like it going the distance. And if for some reason these two get married or something like that happens, oh God, help these poor sons of bitches. But I'm feeling like it's not going to last, but it feels like people just think with their lower halves some of the times. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm feeling, but I do feel like there's a pretty strong possibility, if nothing's going on, that there will be something that happens here. So, yeah. Don't take it, June, I'll say, don't take it too personally with this, because again, There's things we need to focus on, things we need to heal with us. And so while this person's gallivanting around, understand that you get to grow as a person, but this person feels like they're just going to say that, right? Do you feel they are right now? Not right now, no. What I saw, the first thing I felt was like a college-like environment. It feels like there's formalities right now, but I feel like it'll turn into something else as time goes on. But I do feel like there's something that's gonna happen there. You know, but regardless, this is a come and go kind of person in your life. So if they're in a relationship or they're not, even if it's with you, I feel like you could do better regardless, right, June? I mean, if this person thinks they can just come and go and do whatever they want, and then you can come back and be a doormat for them, you know, I would say look at ways you can empower yourself here, because who cares what Troy does, right? You do you, June. You focus on you and attracting a better person or a better partner. But that's what I've got, June. Does that help answer your question? And sorry, guys, if I come across as being blunt, but I do it to show that I care, not to show that, you know, it can come across like I'm really insensitive or I'm being really cold, and I totally am. Both of those things. But I also want to help you guys, and I feel like the best way to do that is to kind of be tough on you, because maybe you haven't had someone in your life to do that for you or to help in those ways, and if I can help, I want to help. Oh, my feet. Absolutely, Chim Chim, yes. Jane deserves the best. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. So Chim Chim, and by the way, thank you again, June, for donating to the channel. Again, super appreciated. And I'm going to be right back. I'm also a little super duper insensitive and cold when I care about someone. It's a problem. I like that you're a little super sensitive and cold. Like, that to me that's good. That's some good shit right there. Good wordplay. But what's your question, Chim Chim? I'll be right back, guys. Give me 1 second. Or wait, let me do this. There we go. Be right back. Ask your question, Chims. Chims ahoy, cookies. All right. Let me see here. Oof. Okay. There we go, and then I'll do this. Okay. So you said, but I'm an aqua, so quirky goral problems. I hear you. I'm a quirky goral myself. How does JLV feel towards you? Let's look at that. How does JLV feel towards the quirky goral? Let's take a look here. I do like that though. Reminds me of Gru from Despicable Me. List on gorals, you know. Yeah, Despicable Me is some good stuff. Or the Minions movie. Any of those, if you're having a sad day, those are just good. I really liked the movie though. There's a movie called Soul that's like that computer animated style. I think it's Pixar that makes it. I'm not sure, but that's a good one. That's a really good one. I like the atmosphere of that movie is really good. Something about it makes me feel at peace. I don't know. You do the accent really well. Well, thank you, Chim. Hey there, Jeannie. How's it going? All right. How does JLV feel about Chimney Chim True? The Chimster, the Chimmy Chim Chonga. Whoa, thank you. Thank you, Jeannie. Okay. Thank you so much, my friend. You'll be after Chim here. I do appreciate the donation, though. Okay. That is cute. I like that one. I can't tell what it is. Is it a lemon holding up a lime? Because if so, I love it. It's my favorite. Okay. Let's see what we got for Chim. So I got this one. It's in reverse, but I'll show you what it looks like upright. Okay, that is the Two of Pentacles, but you did get it in reverse. So I'm going to say right here, I don't know, is this a new connection? I'm wondering here. I heard the word switch, or a light switch or something. I'm wondering if it's a new connection or if there's something going on here, because it feels like this person doesn't know what to think of you quite yet. They don't know how to categorize you quite yet. And humans love to categorize. It's like the shit. It's the things we do, right? He's an ex. That is interesting. So, with this being in reverse, I'm still going to go with this. The connection still feels really... it feels like an acquaintanceship. Let me put it that way. So that would make sense. If I see this in reverse, I'm not seeing that there's anything there. Again, like what I was saying before. But it was super duper confusing. We didn't really know each other at all. And that can happen, right? So that would make sense. And I'm going to say it's still the same way. As I'm... the things I've seen, more than likely, especially in the younger years, women mature much faster emotionally. Again, this isn't for every woman, but, you know, I would say 85% of women mature much faster than men do. And sometimes I wonder why you guys are into men. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm like, have you seen what we do? Have you seen how gross men are? You know, I'm excluded from that, but I'm just saying. So, Chim, I would say... yeah, not too much going on in the old brain upstairs with this one. So, yeah, not too much of an issue there. I think you could find something better. I know maybe this is sounding harsh, but I don't think it would be hard to find something better. Okay. So I'm going to go with Jeannie's question here. Here's what I've got. Two of Pentacles in reverse. I do feel they think about you. I do feel they think about you, but I don't feel they think about you in a way that's more romantically based. And it doesn't feel like this person is a feeler. I don't get a sense of someone who's a feeler or someone who's super deep. And it feels like the connection's young or the person's young, but there's a lot of immature energy on their end. And so it doesn't feel to me like if this person could distract themselves with anything, it feels like they could. And men are very, very good at escaping and not feeling their emotions. We can compartmentalize, just kind of put something in the back of our minds and never think about it again and suppress that trauma or suppress whatever's going on with us and not think about it. So to me, that seems how this guy approaches things. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling there. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm sorry to hear that, Jeannie. Can I ask about Penny, my dog, who I had to put down yesterday? That's her in my pic. Is she okay now? You're welcome, Chim. Let me tune into the energy of Penny here, if that's okay with you, Jeannie. And again, I'm sorry about that, my friend. That is so hard to do, but it's the right thing, even though it doesn't feel like it and it hurts like hell. Okay, and yeah, thank you for letting me do this here. So let me see what we can get. So with this energy that I'm feeling here, was this something you set an appointment to do and you took them to the vet and they went? Or did you just kind of go in and get it done? Because I'm feeling like there was a good last meal or something that this little one had? Because when I put my cat April down, I finally gave her as much string cheese as she wanted. You shouldn't give cats any dairy, but given the circumstances. Okay. So it feels to me like she did. She did. Okay, so it feels to me like there was a connection there before the end happened, which felt more intimate than it had been before. Didn't get to do that, but we told her sorry about no last meal. Okay, so know that she heard that, because that was the first thing I heard was last meal, but you said sorry about that. But the fact that you said sorry, or the fact that you were in that way, she was there with you and could understand that. And she didn't need the meal. That's not what it was about. The love and the care, that's what they care about more than anything. I know they seem food oriented, but trust me, they're more soul oriented than we are. So yeah, that's something that I'm getting here. Oh, it feels like, so I'm feeling really tight. I'm feeling constricted in my chest. And you said that they had issues with the kidneys or the lungs, if I'm not mistaken, or they had fluid that was building up. I'm feeling a tightness, and then I'm finally feeling a release. And for you in this act to let them go was an act of kindness in a way that is beyond what a lot of people would do. A lot of people can be selfish and allow their animals to suffer, and that's a personal choice for people. Yeah, fluid in the lungs. That's a personal choice for people. I'm not saying do it or don't do it, but when our animal companions are suffering tremendously, we really need to think about the best option for them. It's not about us at that point. And yes, it hurts, but it's the responsible thing to do, is to sort of help them transition. But I do feel that she's doing much better. Because it feels like as soon as she goes from this consciousness to the next, I feel like an opening, an expansive energy. Right, you knew it was coming. I understand that. And that's hard. That's hard. And the fact that you have a heavy heart now, and the fact that you feel that, means that there was so much love there. And know that she's connected to you through that love, through that connection. Yeah. She's there regardless, but especially during this time, she's going to be comforting you as much as she can, and she knows that it had to be done. She knew it was time for her to go, and so I think you did the right thing. She just couldn't breathe, right? I miss her so. I understand that, and like I said, that shows that you cared. The fact that you miss her, the fact that there was so much love there, that her presence not being there anymore in a physical way causes you pain. In a way, that's your love. That's your love that's there, and it's being reflected back to you. And yes, it hurts, but it means that you love fully, and it means that you give yourself fully to whatever it is that you're into, so, or whatever person, situation. And that, to me, that's a rare thing. In today's world, a lot of people would ignore reality and whatever is in it, but to be truly present with another being or another soul, and to give it that love and attention that it needs, that's a rare thing. A lot of people are too caught up in their own lives to focus on others or what's around them. So yeah, she can breathe without hurting now for sure. There's no doubt in my mind. To me, it's not just breathing either. It's like just an expansiveness. Like, yeah, you looked into her eyes as she left. And that's good. That's a good thing to do, to look into her eyes and to be there for her. It feels like to me now she can take a long breath, but it's like an infinitely long breath. Like it's just so much expansive energy is now with them that I feel like it's very different. We're here and we're mourning because we don't know what the transition is like. But for her, she's doing great. She's doing great. You wanted her to feel safe, and she did. She did. She felt safe. She felt loved. She felt cared for. No doubt about that at all. Yeah, you're happy for her. There's going to be a part of you that's incredibly sad, and that starts to dwindle in time. I understand you're happy for her, but if you're sad as well, you know, that's absolutely normal, and you know that, but I'm just saying. Yeah, they are, Cassandra. They definitely are. And you're very, very welcome, Jeannie. Thank you for helping to support the channel and for coming on here and sharing a vulnerable experience with us. I appreciate that. Okay. She does. She just brought it up as like last meal, and then that was the first thing I went into, and I was thinking, okay, yeah, it's not about that. It's not about that. I think she was using that as a point to say that she's okay with all of that, because there was something much more important than a last meal, and that was just to be there and to love and to transition her. That's so much more of a thing. She didn't die on the street. She died knowing that she was deeply loved and cared for. And yeah. Okay, Chim Chim. All right. Yeah, I can put you on the list, Antonio. Hold on. Okay, is Netta or I am Coco there? You too, Jeannie. Wishing you all the best. I am Coco or Netta. Got some waters here. Oh. Okay, we'll move on to the next ones here. Ivory, are you there? Ivory or Scorpio Bunny? Awesome, there's Ivory. Okay, what's your question, Ivory? Just a general. Okay, and there's Scorpio Bunny. Okay, so Scorpio Bunny, you're going to be after Ivory, who we're reading right now, so get ready to ask your question. Okay. Glad to hear you're here, Scorpio Bunny. So I'm going to read Ivory, and then it'll be your turn, so. Okay. A general for Ivory. So you can post your question now, Scorpio Bunny, and I'll get to you right after Ivory. Okay. Okay. Okay, general for you, Ivory, is going to be this. So I get the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. The card kind of matches the colors of my stuff right there, if you look at it, sort of. Anyway, it's the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Upright, it's a card of like studying. It can be a card of apprenticeship, learning a new skill. In reverse, though, it could be maybe spending money in a way that we could do better. Like maybe we need to do something better with our finances, or maybe we need to do something that can kind of reel the money back in for us. This one in reverse, to me, it's either, it can be health issues, right? Or it can be just needing to do better financially, or needing to invest, or needing to do something that's more along those lines. Does that make sense? Hey there, Annie. So I would say focus on finances and where you can make improvements, or where you could get rid of things that maybe you don't necessarily use or need financially, because to me that seems like something that could be beneficial if I see this in reverse. Trying to save money. Okay, so keep trying to save money. It sounds to me like there could be some obstacles, okay? If something does come up as an unexpected expense, let that be something that it's like, okay, well that sucks, but you know, I can keep moving past this once I pay for this. That's kind of what I'm feeling there. Don't let that scare you. Don't be afraid of things not working out for you. It feels like things will work out. I was getting a sense of fear because there could be an upcoming expense that you weren't expecting, but just let it flow, okay? Because it's going to happen regardless. So that's kind of what I'm feeling there. Okay. So let's do this here. And Scorpio Bunny, and I'll put you on the list, Annie, here. Okay, you're on the list. Scorpio Bunny is wondering if they're going to have a successful beverage company. Let's look at that. Will Scorpio Bunny have a successful beverage company in the future? Or will Scorpio Bunny's beverage company become a success in the future? Thank you, Annie. Very nice of you to say that. I appreciate it. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. So we got this one in reverse, but I'm showing you what it looks like upright. So we have Temperance in reverse, which could mean that things could be imbalanced. There might be things you need to learn, but learn as you go along. I do feel like it can be successful, Scorpio, but it's going to take time and it's going to take patience, and there's going to be things that come up that you're maybe not expecting, or things that you might have to learn that could take you sideways a little bit. But I feel like as long as you do your due diligence, you do research, you understand kind of what it is you want to do and where you want to go with it, I think you'll be okay. But just pick carefully the areas and the avenues that you want to expand into. Focus on developing a smaller group at first and then kind of make that into something bigger. But this right here in reverse is just saying there could be some unexpected difficulties, but if you keep your head on straight, I think you can definitely have a successful beverage company. But you just gotta move within that direction where we learn as we go, right? We don't wait until things make sense. A lot of times we just go for it and we see what sticks and what doesn't. So that's kind of where I'm thinking. Okay. Manal Nima, are you there? All right, Manal Nima. Yeah, so we have Manal Nima, Jeremy Yates, or Antonio. Manal Nima, Jeremy Yates, or Antonio. Are any of you guys there? Okay then, Annie, what is your question? You're the one that's here right now. Okay, well, I'm thinking if that's it, I think I'm going to head off for the day. And I'm wishing you guys well, everybody. And thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Chantel, for doing that. And yeah, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay. And yeah, we'll go from there. So everyone take care. Have a good one. And toodaloo.